So when I heard the topic today, I want to tell a story about breaking out of my favorite topic, which is breaking out of my bras. When I was in middle school and high school, I was very athletic and I was fairly flat chested. But as they make you do as a woman coming up in this world, they made us train them to get a little bit bigger. And so I had to wear these little A-cup bras all through high school, with all the other girls filling out. And, it's hard as a young adolescent. As time goes on, I'm a little obsessed with my bras. And I get into my 20s, and I'm now out of college. I'm living in Florida. I'm going to the beach in the Tampa Bay area. And I have a nice figure, a nice C cup. And I'm starting to spend $50, $60, $70 on Victoria's Secret bras with, the little lacy things up here and lacy straps. And I'm going clubbing and I'm looking good and I'm feeling good about myself because finally I made it. And little did I know, I didn't quite appreciate it enough because you get into your 30s and you become a little bit more sedentary. And you get into your 40s, you start having the babies and they become bigger, saggier, droopier. And all of a sudden you're wearing bras and you're buying bras for $50 and $60 just for comfort. And I'm here to tell you, for those who've never worn them, there's nothing comfortable about anything about these oppressive, satanic pieces of fabric that wrap around you like a boa constrictor. And but you're still paying with $50, $60 for them. So we get into the pandemic and we're all forced inside and I'm working from home. And I started probably how a lot of people did. I was getting up and I put on makeup and I would get dressed and go and sit in front of a camera on Zoom. And it took me a couple of weeks and I was like, oh my gosh, I can wear yoga pants. And so I started wearing yoga pants. And I incrementally started changing how I dressed for work. And then I started wearing like sweatshirts and t-shirts because really who cared? But it took me like 6 months to realize that I didn't have to wear a bra to work anymore. And I was the most excited person that could ever exist. But it took me even longer to realize that I could go out in public with a bra on. For the first time since like 6th grade, I could literally walk the streets because I was in my 50s now. And when you're in your 50s, you start to become invisible. And the first place I went was Kroger. And I'm literally like, I'm going to take these Fruit Loops. Anybody care that I'm taking these Fruit Loops and putting them in the basket? Okay, no, okay, fine. I'm going to go down here and, grab some chips. Nobody cares. So I started experimenting even more. I would go to a bar and I'm like, I'd like to order a cocktail. Nobody cares. Started doing restaurants. I still didn't have the nerve to go to work. Like we had to go to the office like once a week. And I'm like, I really want to go without a bra on, but I can't. I still got a professional career, blah, 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 blah. And what I started to call it, excuse the expression, but living in my freedom and my tits. And so I would get to a point where I'd come in when I did have to wear a bra, and I would go to the whole household, I'm taking my bra off. I'm going to be free. Nobody cared. I get in the car, I take it off. It's like a little magic trick, and I'm very excited for it. And I'm really actually feeling, for the first time as a woman, less oppressed. Believe it or not, I actually feel good because I'm feeling good without having this horrible thing wrapped around me. Yes, I'm wearing a bra right now. I started to just realize that I can look the way I want to look and I can feel good about myself. Finally, in my 50s, and I was okay with being invisible. Until last year, my teenage son, Breen, has a girlfriend for the first time, and he wants to bring her home. And I say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What can I do? Let's order pizza, and I'll go get some sodas and whatnot. He's like, we don't need any of that. We'll help do a pizza. And he goes, but you could wear a bra. And I was like, so I'm just here to say that they got the cheap pizza that night and the generic sodas. and he no longer has a girlfriend. So,